Hi friends, welcome to Sri Sai IT Hub. In this video of Core Java Programming, we are going to discuss the following topic: file class to check and display the contents of a given folder. So we are going to check whether a particular folder exists in our system or not. If it is existing, then we are going to display all the contents, files and subfolders of that particular folder. Right. So first of all, let us try to understand what are IO streams in Java. So here IO. IO stands for input output. Then what is stream? So stream means flow of data from source to destination in a Java program. So stream means flow of data from source to destination in a Java program. So in Java, basically we have two types of streams. First one, input stream. Second one, output stream. So what is input stream? So input stream is nothing but reading stream. Then what is output stream? So here, coming to the input stream, it reads the data from source to Java program. And generally the source is keyboard. From keyboard, we are going to read the data into our Java program. Then what is output stream? So output stream is nothing but writing stream. So what is this writing stream? So writing stream means it will write the data from Java program onto the destination, and generally the destination is display or monitor or our output screen. And to work with input streams and output streams, we have java.io package. Now in this java.io package, we have different input stream classes and different output stream classes, using which we can perform reading operations and writing operations in a Java program. So now coming to the concept of file class. So how to use file class to check for a particular directory and display the contents of that particular directory or folder in a Java program. So it is as if something like we are going into our My Computer and checking the files and folders in different drives and directory. That thing we are going to do it through our Java program. For example, if we go to D colon, so under D colon, we have core Java procs. Under core Java procs, we have programs folder. Under programs folder, we have copied files folder. Now under this, we have three different files. So this we are doing it graphically using GUI interface, Windows Explorer. Next we'll come back, we'll go to pack 1. Under pack 1, we have pack 11 folder and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 files. Next pack 11 folder, we have 2 files. So this we are doing graphically through Windows Explorer, selecting the folder and making a click. So same thing, we are going to display this in the Java program. So now coming to file class. So this class is available in java.io package. So what is the speciality of this class? So this class is not inherited from input stream class or output stream class, but it is part of Java IO streams, that is java.io package. So it is part of java.io package, but it is not inherited from input stream class or output stream class. What is the use of this class? So this class is used to work with files or folders, just like our operating system files and folders. For example, we can check file attributes: read only, write only, hidden. We can check the file path or folder path. We can get the name of file or folder. We can check whether it is a file or folder. And then we can also get what is the parent folder of a particular subfolder. We can create new folders and files. We can delete existing folders and files. So all these operations, how we do through our GUI Windows Explorer, we are going to do it through file class and its methods from Java program. Right. So now coming to the constructors and methods, which are supposed to be used to check for a folder and display the contents of a folder. So get to the description of the class, java p-p java.io.file. Open the command prompt, go to your working directory. Right. So if we see here, we have file class. So under this file class, it is not inherited from input stream class or output stream class. Coming to the constructor, so this is the constructor for which you are going to pass string file name as parameter, and another constructor where we are going to pass string file path comma string file name as parameter. So file path comma file name. For example, if the file is in another directory like C:, E:, F:, then first parameter should be the file path and second parameter should be the file name. Right, so these are the two important constructors. So next we are going to check whether our directory exists or not. Using exist method, it will return true or false, and then if the directory exists, we are going to use list method. So list method will return string array. It will return all the subfolders and files as a string array which are present in our current given directory or folder. So these are the two important methods: exists, list method, and file constructor with file name, and next file constructor with file path and file name. So let us try to demonstrate this with a program. File class example 4. So take a new page. First write the comments. Program to demo use of file class to check and display the contents of a file. So import the java.io package. Take the main class with main method. File class example 4. So let us save this in our working directory. Right. So save it as file class example 4.java. So program execution starts with main method. So we are using try at the beginning and in the last catch. So we are catching any exception which may occur in our program, like file exceptions, file related exceptions, file not found exception, or IO exception. So catch it with exception class and display exception type and message E. Right, so come to the try block. So first we are asking enter any folder name, and this folder name we are accepting through data input stream class object system.in keyboard. So dis dot readline, it will read one line of data from the keyboard and stores and returns that as string, and that string we are taking it as folder name, and this folder name we are associating with file class object to its constructor. And then we are checking ff.exist whether that folder exists or not. True, false. If it is true, folder or directory already present in system. Else, folder does not exist in system. And then close data input stream class. So let us try to save this compile and run this program and verify whether a particular folder exists or not in our system. Right, so save this, open the command prompt, go to your working directory. So compile the program, file class example4.java. Right, so here, fine, we'll say Control C, okay, clear screen, Java C. Right, so compile it, no error, we just got a warning, we can ignore it. Now run it. Java file class example4. Right, so enter any folder name. So in our programs folder, so we are already working in D colon core Java procs programs folder. Under this we have copied files folder. So let us give this copied files folder. So we'll give it as copied files. This is a folder name. Enter. So folder already exists. Next, we'll give pack1 already exist. Pack2 already exist. Next, we'll give something like G colon core Java procs. So in G colon we have this folder. So folder or directory already exists in G colon, not in C colon. It is in G colon here. G colon core Java procs. Under that we have programs folder. It already exists. So now what we are going to do is in D colon core Java procs programs folder, we'll give copied files and then we'll list all that files on our output screen. We should get that data on the output screen like flower1 copy, flower2 copy, sample file copy with their extensions. So let us write the coding for that. So folder or directory already exists. So in that situation, we'll say ff.list. We will get all the names of subfolders and files as string array. So we'll take string ss array. Right, and the best way to process the elements of an array is through loop. So we'll take a for loop, int I is equals to 0, I less than ss dot length. So length of the ss array, how many files and folders are there, I plus plus. And simply system dot out dot println, we will print, okay, we'll take print instead of println ss of I, ss of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, so on, plus tab space. Right, so save this and then command prompt, clear screen, recompile, no error, run. So we'll give first copied files. So under copied files we have flower1 copy.jpeg, flower2, and then sample file copy.txt. So we have 3 files here, flower1 copy, flower2 copy, sample file. So next let us give pack1. So under pack1 we have one folder, 6 files. So let us go for that. Right, recompile. Okay, no need to compile, we can just run it. Now we'll give it as pack file, sorry, pack1. So under pack1 we have pack11 folder, and then along with that we have another class father, father.java, mother class, new class dot class. Right, so these are the different things what we have under pack1 folder. Okay, next we can go for pack2. So under pack2 we have b class, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 files we have. Right, so let us try to compile and run this 6 files. So let us go for that. So recompile. So no need to compile, just run it and then say pack2. So under pack2 we have b dot class, new protected class, new protected members class, new protected members class dot java, and then we also have static import class dot java. So these are 6 different files. Next, let us give g colon run. So give g colon core java procs. So under that we have already exists, we have programs folder. So let us give programs folder also. So core java procs programs. So under that we have 3 files. Okay, more than 3 files: flower1, flower2, package example2, package example2.java, and we also have sample file, txt file. Yes, so total 5 files are there. Let us check it out that in g colon. So g colon core java procs programs folder, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is how we are supposed to work with listing of files from a particular folder by checking whether that particular folder exists or not using file class and its methods. Thank you for watching this video. Do like, comment and share this video, and also subscribe to the YouTube channel Sri Sai IT Hub. Have a nice day.